All right, we got a beautiful weather day in store for you this morning. Probably hard to tell with the little gloomy skies there, but this is a live look at the district this morning at the nation's capital. Perfect weather conditions, possibly for jogging or folks who want coffee.
Well, yeah, we've seen people running and walking their dogs all morning outside our windows here.
Yeah, not us.
Not us, no.
Thanks so much for joining us, though. At DC News Now, I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. Shanika will have a look at the roads in just a moment. But first, let's get to meteorologist Jackie Lair with the check on our forecast. Beautiful start to our day. How's it going to look for the rest of the day?
Yeah, the rest of the day, count with that chance for an isolated thunderstorm to pop up. Again, these will be very spotty. Not everyone will be seeing those, so just keep your eyes to the skies for any of those outdoor plans that you may have later on this afternoon into the early evening. Temperatures, though, out there right now starting to warm up. We're right near 70 in D.C. As we head off towards the north and west, Frederick, you're coming in at 61 degrees, 64 in Leesburg, low 60s, Winchester and Martinsburg. We just warmed up to that, but still stuck into the upper 50s, Woodstock and Cumberland at the moment. Those dew points are comfortable. We're upper 50s to low 60s. Really a great start to the day aside from some of those clouds out there. At least the radar is dry. It's a few of those sprinkles popping up back out towards portions of West Virginia that are just outside of our viewing area. But highs today bouncing back into low 80s later on this afternoon with that low humidity still in place. But as I mentioned, looking ahead towards this afternoon, a few of those thunderstorms will bubble up, likely right along that Pennsylvania-Maryland state line as we look ahead towards, say, between 2 and 4 p.m., but then by 6 p.m. could see a few of those trickle their way farther southbound, closer towards the D.C. metro area. And then by 8 p.m., right around sunset, these should fizzle out. And then we should see dry conditions overnight tonight as a gradual clearing of those skies will give way to yet another cool night out there, back in the upper 50s to low to mid 60s for much of the region. Tomorrow, a warming trend along with Friday, finally back to near seasonable high temperatures. All more details with that 8-day outlook coming up. Right now, I'll toss it over to Shanika with the very latest on traffic. How's it looking out there as everyone's heading out there on the roads right now?
Well, slow, Jackie, just very slow on the 14th Street Bridge. 395 headed north. That's the Virginia-DC connector. We did have a crash in this area, also a work zone, so if you must take the 14th Street Bridge, do give yourself a little bit more time. Look at all that red there. That's stuff we just don't like as you're trying to, head out to work or school. So speaking of another crash, we're looking at Quantico headed southbound. We have this one area, this long stretch of delays right near 619 Joplin Road. The rest of our region, okay. Frederick through Middletown, you're looking okay on 70 headed east and west, but 15 headed north and southbound right near that 7th Street area. You're going to see a little bit of congestion. This is the first day of school. Hey, Frederick, how you doing? Now, we do have one issue, though. This is off of 270 or 70, depending on where you're looking, how you're looking at it. Green Valley Road, Maryland 75, right before Price Road. We were dealing with that crash. It could potentially still be there, so do watch for that as you're headed out, guys.
This has been a project that we've all been looking forward to for years and years. I think we're all really excited to have such accessibility to DC because it is such a really cool and enriching city.
Happening today, making sure everything is on track before the trains hit the tracks. Morning commuters are really excited about the opening of the Silver Line extension. Law enforcement and first responders will lead an emergency response preparedness drill at the metro station in Ashburn. Our Joseph Olmo is there live this morning. So, Joseph, what should people expect when this drill gets underway? And I see you're right next to one of the metros right there.
The Metro right here, this beautiful, shiny 7000 series car right next to me. It isn't any ordinary, shiny 7000 series car. This is a 7000 series test car. As you can see, no passengers are going to be allowed on this train today. So think of it like this, guys. You're on your first day of a brand new job. Of course, you're going to want to go through some sort of training. That's exactly what's happening today, right? The Silver Line extension includes 6 brand new stations that still haven't been opened up yet, including this one here at Ashburn. And none of these people have worked at this station yet. So they have to have this drill today to simulate, what a real life emergency would really be and how they would respond. So we have Metro Transit Police here today. We have law enforcement authorities over at Loudoun County, Fairfax County, Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority. Everybody is all hands on deck today practicing what would happen if one of these trains were to be stranded outside of the station and how to safely get passengers out. I want our camera guy, John, to follow me just a little bit more here. I'm going to spot one of these flyers that's on site. Here we go. Perfect. John, zoom in right here. Look at that. We're not going to have any passenger actors today, unfortunately, just because of COVID. Metro wants to stay away from that. So they have these little pieces of paper here. You see that one? It says stable patient. That is how the first responders, while they're doing this practice exercise, that's how they're going to know whether or not they give priority to that particular person versus somebody else who might have a note that says broken wrist, broken neck, headache, concussion, whatever, depending on, what emergency actually happened. So we are here at the Ashburn station, which is the last of these brand new stations that is set to open up in the coming months. Still no date there, but the full extension, Reston Town Center, Herndon Innovation Center, Dulles International Airport, Loudoun Gateway, and then the last one right here at Ashburn. That's going to be the new terminus of the Silver Line. Still no word on when it's going to open up yet, but listen, guys, you got to do these tests at these new stations before the passengers can actually start coming onto these trains and feel safe at these stations and on these trains. So today is a big step in the right direction. No word on how many more tests are going to have to happen before this Silver Line extension, these 6 brand new stations open up. But if today is any hint, we are getting closer to having service out to Dulles International Airport and beyond. Reporting here outside of a very sunny, brand new Ashburn Metro station, I'm Joseph Omlo. Back to you guys.
All right, Joseph, exciting stuff there. Thanks so much. This morning, we're seeing some new video into our newsroom as firefighters head into a burning home in Northeast D.C. overnight. This was the scene along Crittenden Street, where flames tore through parts of 2 floors of this row home. Firefighters were able to put out the flames, and the good news is no one was hurt. Investigators now working to determine what started this blaze. And this morning, Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney is conceding to her Trump-backed challenger. The state's Republican primary swayed in the direction of newcomer Harriet Hageman. In Cheney's concession speech last night, she told people she has no plans of backing down.
We must be very clear-eyed about the threat we face and about what is required to defeat it. I have said since January 6th that I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office, and I mean it.
Now, Hageman was able to pull ahead by 30 points. The polls did predict that she would win by a considerable margin. And this morning, Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski is moving on after securing a spot on the ballot in November's general election. Now, Alaska's new ranked choice voting system puts the top 4 primary candidates on the fall ballot. Murkowski and Trump-backed Kelly Tshibaka are 2 Republicans to advance. The 2 other slots have not been determined yet. And sticking with Alaska, the state's former governor and 2008 vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin pushing forward in her plans to return to the nation's capital. Now, Palin, along with 2 other candidates, are moving on to the general election to fill Alaska's lone seat in the House. Congressman Don Young died earlier this year, leaving his seat open for the first time in almost 50 years. And developing now, monkeypox is now a concern for pets.
That's right. Health officials are warning everyone after a dog in France caught the virus. DC News Now's Lex Warris is joining us in the studio now with details on that. Lex, good morning.
Good morning, Tanaya. That report came from France last week, but the CDC has been warning infected people to stay away from their pets for months now. The dog that was infected, an Italian Greyhound, had lesions on its skin and tested positive for the virus after its owners caught the virus. The owners told reporters that they do sleep beside the dog at night. Now, rodents and other wild animals have also been infected with monkeypox, but this is the first reported infection in a domesticated animal. Now, pet owners in the area might have their own concerns, and there are 2 opportunities for people to ask questions and learn more about the virus. This Friday, DC Health is hosting a Twitter chat at 2 in the afternoon. People can follow along by following @DC Health. They can also use the hashtag #PreventMonkeyPoxDC. And in Montgomery County, health officials are also holding a virtual town hall that will be on Monday evening at 6 o'clock. This will be the first in a series of meetings that residents can tune in for. Council Vice President Evan Glass and county health officials will be hosting and answering questions. This town hall will have a focus on the LGBTQ community for the first of this series. Now, if you know or suspect that your pet has come into contact with a symptomatic person, the CDC says that you need to keep them at home and away from other animals for 21 days. Live in the studio, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. And today it's back to school for Frederick County, Maryland elementary school kids.
That's right, but students at Waverly Elementary, their school looks a bit different this year. Our Christy Matino is live now at the brand new building this morning. And Christy, this new school is the largest elementary school in the entire state of Maryland.
Yeah, guys, absolutely. This is the first day of school in more ways than one. For students here at Waverly Elementary, this is going to be the first day that they get to go inside this beautiful new building, and it's replacing the elementary school that was right across the street. This one can hold over 1,000 students. Exciting day here, and joining me is the principal, Julie Ivins. Thanks so much for being here. Exciting for students, but for staff too. You were just telling me this has been 2 years in the making. So what have you guys done to plan, and what can kids expect today when they walk in?
Well, lots of joy, that's for sure. We're very excited to be opening these doors. We've done a lot to prepare for what we're calling One Waverly. So you can see my shirt and the people that are coming in behind me. Our staff today is really focused on creating an environment where we're welcoming a lot of new people. And so a welcoming and affirming environment where we're able to focus on every child every day.
And focusing on every child every day, but also your staff. You guys were telling me that you have a wellness room that has massage chairs. Can you tell me a bit about that?
I can. So that's one of our feature rooms here. We call it our wellness cottage. And so our wellness cottage has heated massage chairs, a coffee machine, Himalayan sea salts, essential oils, and really it's about focusing on staff wellness, because the best way that we can take care of our kids is to take care of ourselves.
And last question for you. I know for me, first day of school was nerve-wracking, even coming to something as beautiful as this. What do you want the kids to know today as they pull up here? I see we're starting to get the cars lining up here. What do you want them to know?
We just want them to know that we're here, and we're nervous too, because it's new for us as well. So every step we take is new in this building, right alongside with them, and we're ready to partner with them for a great school year.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Joy. I'm going to let you get back
Thank
to
you.
talking with the kids. So 45,000 students are coming back to Frederick County schools today, and Waverly Elementary, it has about 800 students, and I might go take a tour of the school myself, so we'll check back in with you here a little bit. Live in Frederick County, Christy Matino, DC News Now.